Hey guys, and welcome to my first beauty Q&A. I'm really excited because I told you guys on Snapchat and Twitter and Instagram that I was going to be having this Q&A, and I also opened it up for a giveaway. Everybody sent me all their questions and there are so many really good ones and I want to get to them all, but I'm going to pick one person who asked my favorite question, and that person is going to get a little bag of goodies from me. And I hope that whoever wins loves what they get, and if not, that's too bad, child, because that's all I got. And I have my computer here, which has all of your questions on it. And yeah, let's get started. So the first question is from TARDIS Girl Amy P. Hopefully I said that right. Oh, she says, okay, I have a lot of questions. What is your biggest struggle when finding what look suits you best? Makeup is one of those things that you can play with for as long as you want, because there's so much to do and so much to play with that it doesn't really matter what kind of look suits you best necessarily. Like, you don't have to try to fit into a look. But I would say if you're a person who doesn't like to wear a lot of makeup, I have a lot of friends and family members who are like, listen, I can't do all that like what you do. Like, I don't feel comfortable. I don't like the feeling of having that much makeup on my face. And so I would say if you are someone who likes the minimal look, stick to that look. If you're a person who likes drag like me, be drag. Okay, RuPaul approves. And have you ever made a mistake while applying makeup that turned out to look good? That's a good question. All the time. Like, I might pick eyeshadows or something like that and I'm like, I wonder if this will look good together. Like today I did this makeup look, and I'll have a tutorial for it coming soon. It'll probably come after this video because I want to try to get this one up first. But I wasn't sure about my lid color and my crease color, and I was just like, hopefully this works out. And I was already filming the tutorial, so I was like, okay, if this doesn't work out, then I'll just have to wipe it off and then start all over, but I didn't have to, so that was great. How many eyebrow shapes did you go through before finding the one that suits your face? Basically, I kind of went through the same stage as everybody else back in like the early 2000s, where we thought that thin eyebrows were like everything, and then I realized that that was not the case. So I would just say probably 2, and I've probably gone to like 2 eyebrow people who have messed me up really bad. But then I found my one waxer in Maryland who I swear by. His name is Brian. I've been going to him since I was 13. I have one eyebrow threading place in New York and I have one eyebrow threading place in LA, and those are the only 2 places that I go to, and they do my brows the exact same way, and I've had my brows the exact same way for years. So probably 2 shapes, thin and regular. Then she wanted to know, as a beauty blogger, you obviously receive a lot of goodies. What was your reaction when they first started coming in? I was really excited when I first got products, obviously, because we spend a lot of money on beauty products. Makeup, everything is so expensive, especially brushes. It's crazy how much brushes cost and how much an eyeshadow palette can cost. It can cost like $60 something, which is crazy. So obviously I was excited because I was saving money, but at the same time I was happy that big brands like Maybelline and M.I.A and Sigma and like all these huge brands are contacting me to send me stuff. Like, that's pretty cool. So I was happy, obviously. Was it weird when people were giving you their product to critique it? Most of the brands that I've worked with have been brands that I already use, so it's not like I dislike a lot of things, but if there was a instance where I did dislike something, I would obviously say it. But when you love so many things out of a brand, you're bound to have like a few things that you don't really rock with. She wanted to know, do you prefer promoting your brand on TV or on social media? That's a really good question too. If a lot of you don't know, I do have my own show on BET called F and Fabulous with 3 of my really close friends, and it was interesting being on reality TV versus just like social media and on TV, you know, as a host and things like that. It's very different. I like social media more just because I can control the message more, and I can say everything that I want to say and it's not getting cut into like a 20-second clip that the world sees, but I know how it really went down, and like I could put that on my Instagram or something like that. So I think social media. The next question came from a.k.a. Hopefully I said that right. Air conditioning. She wanted to know, how do you keep your skin so clear? Well, I actually have a skincare video on my channel currently, and I think it's like 13 minutes long, but it has everything that I use on my skin all the time. But another key to how I keep my skin clear is that I get facials at least every 3 to 4 months. I just got one yesterday, and in this makeup tutorial, when I do post it, you'll see I have some acne scars from extractions, which suck. Kind of showing you how to get full coverage foundation look without anything popping through, which is always good. So like this entire area here is covered in scars, but you would have no idea because I covered it up. That is the beauty of makeup, my friends. That is why we're doing this. Then she wanted to know, what is my beauty regimen? Well, that's also in the video, but every single morning and every single night, one thing that I do consistently is I start off with rose water spray. So Mario Badescu rose water spray. I spray that on my face every morning and every night, and then I moisturize, 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 because that is the key to life. She also wanted to know, what is the most important beauty tip or advice that my mom has given me? My mom kind of taught me everything that I first knew about makeup ever, because she was like my first teacher, and she actually had worked in a makeup store when she was in high school. So she thinks she knows everything about makeup, of course. I think the best thing she ever told me was to stop only wearing bottom eyeliner and nothing else, because it looked trashy. She was right. She wanted to know what my top 3 lip colors are. The NYX Cosmetics Soft Matte Lip Cream in Abu Dhabi. This red cream lip stain from Sephora, and this is the color number 1. This is my second favorite lip color of all time. This color from M.I.A, and it's called Honey Love, and it's just another nude. She then asked, do you prefer liquid foundation over powder? Yes, I do. Why? Because you can do so much more on liquid than you can on powder. Powder is really to set the liquid, but I prefer liquid for sure. How do you feel about enhancements like Botox, lip fillers, etc.? And would I ever consider getting any work done? She says she's not trying to offend, she just asks because of the time/generation that we're in. It's a great question. I personally don't see myself getting anything done in the near future. My mom is 51 years old and she looks like she's 25, and I plan on looking exactly like that when I'm 51 years old. She's never had any work done at all, so I don't see that in my near future, I hope. But she also grew up in Jamaica and like had a peaceful life, and I live in New York City and I am crazy, so Botox and fillers will probably be in my near future, but I hope not. I think it's whatever you want to do with yourself, do it. Just make sure that you're going to somebody who's reputable and not having Bojangle down in the hood putting fillers in your ass, because you're gonna look crazy and it's probably tire fluid. Just saying. She wanted to know, do I wrap my hair when I get it flat ironed, and how often do I put heat on my hair? I actually have not put heat on my hair in over a month and a half now, which I'm really happy about. I'm like proud of myself, because I used to be a person who would put heat on my hair at least twice a week. Every time I get my hair blown out, flat ironed, I always wrap it, always. Have I ever dyed my hair, and if not, would I? My hair is actually naturally like this mousy brown, which I don't like. So I usually get these semi-permanent rinse on my hair, which is like a little dark rinse that makes it this color, basically. But it's pretty much washing out just a little bit, so you can see the brown coming back. But I'm trying to keep it this color because I want to be able to get some little soft brown highlights in my hair for the summer. She said, I read an article where you recently were featured in about your hair with a hairdresser that said she couldn't get your edges straight, etc. How difficult was it finding your right shade brand when you first began wearing makeup? I mentioned that because as an African American, I noticed a lot of makeup artists only know how to do makeup on certain shades, just like certain hairdressers only know how to do certain hair types. This is a great question. When I was finding my right shade, it took a little bit of time. I started with M.I.A, then I played with some Makeup Forever, but the biggest issue is obviously when I go on shoots and on sets and the makeup artist does not have my color. So what I do a lot of times if I'm working with a new client is I bring my own foundation, because I don't expect anybody to do right by me in making sure that my face matches my neck. But just a quick note on makeup artists who call themselves makeup artists but only know how to do Black girls makeup or white girls makeup or Asian girls, it doesn't matter. If you don't know how to do every skin tone, you're not a makeup artist. If you don't know how to do all hair types, you're not a real hairstylist, in my opinion. Shoot me if you want to. The next question was, how much water do you drink in a day? Because I've been told it's good for the skin, but I'm a little skeptical if it takes a little bit more too. Obviously, diet and everything goes into how good your skin is gonna look. I try to drink at least one of these a day, which is not even enough, because they say you're supposed to drink like 10 of them, but I'm not trying to drown. So, if I'm being honest, like one of those a day. And what is the best concealer? I will show you. My favorite concealer of all time is this Tarte Maracuja, which I've been pronouncing Maracuja, but apparently it's Maracuja creaseless concealer. This is my favorite. I wear the color Tan Deep, and I wear this all the time. It's the best full coverage concealer I think I've ever pretty much used. The next question comes from CJ Swift, and they wanted to know, what advice would you give someone who is starting to get into makeup? My first piece of advice would be, don't do what I did when I first started to get into makeup and I was really excited and I just wanted to try everything and bought everything. Your makeup kit does not need to be 100 products wide for you to get this look. I promise you it doesn't. So don't go out and buy a ton of products. Do your research on products and test things out inside of your elbow or the inside of your wrist before you put anything on your face. I say this all the time, and it's very, very important, because if you're just diving into makeup and you're trying on new foundations and concealers and things like that, you might not know that you are allergic to something until you put it on your face, and then by then it's too late. So for instance, for me, I can use Tarte concealer, MAC concealer, LA Girl Cosmetics concealer, a bunch of concealers. I can use NARS foundation, I can use their blushes, but I cannot use their concealer. I don't know what it is about NARS concealer. It breaks me out every single time. So that's just another example how, you know, you can use something overall in a brand. You can use their lipsticks, their blushes, their contours, everything, but one product in particular might break you out, so you want to check to make sure that that's not going to happen before it happens. Next question comes from Taylor_Aubrey with 2 eyes, and she wants to know, what's your favorite part about doing makeup and what is your favorite lip color? My favorite part about doing makeup is probably the highlight, if you can't tell. But also like that completed look after you have done the entire face and like you finally see what you look like and you look bomb. That is my favorite part, for sure. And then taking the selfies afterwards and putting them on Instagram, of course. And then she wanted to know, what is my favorite lip color? My all-time favorite lip color is this nude NYX Cosmetics Soft Matte Lip Cream in the color Abu Dhabi. This is like my all-time favorite, and it's super cheap, which is the best part about it. But all the soft matte lip creams are amazing, but this is like the perfect nude for everybody. So this one. The next question comes from Adabits3. Hopefully I'm saying all of these handles right, but I have a feeling I'm saying them all wrong, but sorry. She wants to know, how do you get your perfect foundation or powder shade in makeup? The best way to test out a foundation color or a powder is to check everything to make sure that it blends in with your neck. So if your neck is lighter, you might want to get a foundation that is a little bit lighter. If your neck is darker, you might want to get a foundation that's a little bit darker. It all has to match with the rest of your body. It's unacceptable to have any foundation or powder that is too bright or too dark when you've got a whole other area of yourself to think about. You want for everything to match your hands, your neck, the whole thing. So if you're using self-tanner or anything like that, make sure that it all matches, because there's nothing worse than a pale face and orange hands. That's not cute. The next question comes from IDU, and she wants to know, what is your ultimate dark circle holy grail combo? Because these two have been, her kids, because these two have been all the way turned up since 6 a.m. and I officially can't, and coffee is a joke. Oh, but her kids are so cute though. It's worth the dark circles, girl. So these are my favorite 2 products when it comes to covering dark circles. This is the LA Girl Pro Conceal, and this is the Orange Corrector. And then on top of that, I'll use my MAC Studio Finish Concealer. And I wear NC45, but obviously you would wear whatever your shade is. And then I'll put my Tarte Maracuja Creaseless Concealer on top of that. So 3 concealers. You can conceal as many times as you want. As many times as it takes to get the job done, that's how many times you conceal. Next question comes from Charisse92. She says, hey Kamie. Hey girl. Your hair is always so cute. Thank you. What is your go-to hairstyle and your go-to Holy Grail hair product? My go-to hairstyle right now has been these little buns on top of my head with my curls out. And sometimes I make it into one bun with my curls out. When my hair is straight, it's bone straight, middle part, stripper hair. Nice and long, for sure. My go-to Holy Grail hair product is probably, conditioners are like my life. So I love the Shea Moisture coconut and hibiscus conditioner, but then I also am loving this Ouidad defrizzing conditioner that I have. So it's both. I can't live without conditioner, so conditioner for sure. Blue.MUA asks, girl, can you contact or connect with M.I.A and create a bomb ass collection? That's what I'm saying. We're on the same page, girl. We see each other. Hopefully one of these days somebody will contact me about doing a makeup collection, because I would love to. Or maybe I'll just make my own. Decision. Tiffany J61 said, hi. You mentioned you were transitioning to natural in one of your videos. Any tips for transitioners? I actually already transitioned. I've had 2 big chops. One on purpose, one because my hairdresser was a crackhead. Legitimately. Tips for transitioners: do not, under any circumstances, give up. Do not go back to the creamy crack. Do not. You do not have to. You are bigger than that. You are stronger than that, and you will not do it. You will not do it, because I promise you, your hair will look 50 million times better when you don't. And on top of all of that, it's going to grow so much faster and so much longer. Another huge tip: trim the ends. Don't hold on to anything that you don't need. So if it means getting a big chop, do it. If it means you've grown it out this much, but there's still this much left that's just stringy and straight, get rid of it. It's all going to grow so much faster when you do it, because what happens is the ends split, and when the ends split, they split all the way to the top, and then you get thinning hair and you get falling out hair, and your hair is just looking a hot ass mess, and that's not what you need. So get rid of anything that you don't need. The next question comes from Claboy03. Hopefully I'm saying that right. C Laboy. Maybe it's C Laboy. I'm gonna go with C Laboy. C Laboy03 asked, other than MAC lipsticks, which is your favorite brand and color? NYX Cosmetics Soft Matte Lip Cream, Abu Dhabi, for sure. Everybody wants to know my favorite lip color is. Maybe I'll come out with lipsticks. Burberry_Burr wanted to know, when did you first discover your passion for a beat face? Definitely competing in pageants gets you there for sure. You want to have a full face of makeup on at all times. Pageants and drag go hand in hand, so that. But when I was about 15, I started watching all of these beauty gurus on YouTube. Panchea, I think her name was Panchea31, MAC NC40, Brittany Gray, Andrew's Choice, like tons of them. I was subscribed to all of them and still am. But I would watch them and their makeup was just so gorgeous. I was like, oh my God, I have to go buy all these products and I have to try to do this and I have to make my makeup look like that. And obviously that didn't happen, but I practiced all the time and my friends noticed that my makeup was looking really good, and I actually ended up doing the makeup for my cheerleading squad when we had cheer competition, and I just loved blending and all that. But I used to put like literally 50 colors on my eyes, like Queen of Blending. I watched Queen of Blending all the time, and she would have all these like exotic colors on her eyes, and I wanted to look like that too. So it was probably when I was about 15 that I got like really into makeup. Yard Girl 68 said, Kamie, how do you use your gift to help other women feel beautiful about themselves when they don't feel beautiful? That's a really good question. I have learned that in this world there is just not enough girl power. Like there's just not enough. Like we're not complimenting each other like we should. We're not, rooting for each other like we should. So one of my favorite things to do is to compliment people. So if I'm outside and I see a girl who's wearing a bomb skirt, I'm gonna say, girl, your skirt is bomb. If I love her lipstick, girl, that lip though, A1. Like I'm just, it makes me feel good to make other people feel good. And it doesn't take anything away from me to do that. Or like if a girl asks me, oh, where'd you get that top? Or I love your nails, where do you get your nails done? I will tell you every single last place that I go for every single little thing. And I probably should just be like, oh, thank you so much and move along. I just can't. The next question comes from Kapuya Kina. Kapuya Kiana? What is your favorite kind of pizza? Pepperoni with extra cheese and green peppers. No, but she said, but seriously, what part of fashion and makeup is your favorite? And then answer the pizza question. Well, I got to the pizza question first because that was priority. As far as makeup, definitely the transformation. I love the transformation, especially if I've like had to work under time constraints and I only have like 15 minutes or something like that to do this full beat. I live for the moment when I look at it and it actually looks like I've spent all day on it. I love blogger inspiration, so I love following blogger style people and like their street style and things like that. I think that that's my favorite part, is seeing what kind of looks people put together, especially people who aren't stylists, and just to see, you know, what they think looks cool together, and whether or not I think it looks cool is besides the point. If they are rocking it, I'm gonna give credit where credit is due, for sure. Cherise_Crawford on Instagram this time said, hey Kamie. Hey Cherise. She says, I actually have two questions. What is your favorite drugstore makeup? And what is your favorite high-end makeup? My favorite drugstore makeup, I have really been loving M.I.A Cosmetics. Their line is absolutely amazing, and obviously it's M.I.A, so you know you're gonna look like a model when you're done. But amazing full coverage foundation, full coverage products. Black Opal is also amazing. Maybelline has incredible lip colors and mascaras and everything like that. So I don't know if I could just pick just one, but it depends on what kind of product I'm looking for, whether it's a lip or a foundation or something like that. As far as high-end makeup, I love Giorgio Armani foundation and Chanel Perfection Lumiere. That one's incredible. So those two. She also wanted to know, what is the best thing that I love about makeup in general? Best thing about makeup in general would be being able to play. I have so much makeup that I would love to just play with all day long. Mani_Renee wanted to know, how has your natural hair been perceived in the industry so far, and have you been able to wear it curly for any jobs? I love how it looks on you. Thanks, girl. She's like one of my curly hair sisters. My hair, it depends on the job. Every client wants something different. There are some clients that like a sleek, straight look, and there are some clients that don't mind natural curls. What I have noticed in the industry though, as far as modeling, is that for most girls like me with natural hair, every single time you go to work for a client, it never fails. It's very, very rare that they'll be like, we love exactly how it is, let's leave it that way. Most of the time they want the hairstylist, but the hairstylist just doesn't know, so they'll re-wand every single individual curl and put heat on all of my hair just to get a natural curly look, which never looks naturally curly. But it has definitely been embraced. I have some clients that love shooting me with curly hair. One of my main clients likes to shoot me with curly hair like every week. So it's definitely opening up for sure. And I know a lot of naturally curly girls who they've been getting jobs left, right, and center. So yes, for the natural look. Her second question was, what brands of mascara are your fave for giving that falsy look if you don't have lash extension? This L'Oreal Voluminous Feline Noir mascara, what I like about it is that it gives like that thick, voluminous look. It definitely adds volume, which is amazing, and I love it. Ella Keon asked another question on Instagram. She wanted to know, how often do I switch out my makeup, like get new products, mascara, lipstick, concealer, etc.? This is a good question because a lot of us hold on to makeup for way too long. I've definitely been guilty of that. As far as powders, I don't really switch them out. Eyeliners, mascaras, you definitely want to make sure that you're switching those out because they can get bacteria in them. You just never want to risk getting an eye infection or anything like that. So switch out your mascaras. I think they probably say like to do it every 2 months, but realistically I would say like every 5 to 6 months get some new mascara. As far as lipstick, I have definitely been the victim of issues with having lipsticks for too long and using lipsticks or lip glosses that are too old, and I get these like little tiny chicken bumps on my lips. It is not cute, and then it peels and it's just ugh. No. Make sure that you're switching out your lip glosses. If it looks dusty, it is dusty. Throw it out, get a new one. Point blank period. Trayshawn_Lenice wanted to know what's the best foundation for oily skin and what is my favorite primer to help me get a flawless application. Best foundation for oily skin, I would try to stick to liquid foundations that turn matte. You don't want any liquid foundations that are gonna stay looking dewy or anything like that. I personally love those, but my skin is more combination, so I have like oily in my T-zone and then dry on my outer face, my cheeks and stuff like that. I know a lot of people have been using this NYX Total Drop foundation, and it's pretty good as far as oily goes. Like it goes on very, very matte, I would say, even though it's really liquidy when you are trying to apply it. And Hourglass, this little tapered foundation that everybody's using, is also really good. So I would stick to probably like creams and liquid foundations that turn matte, but also you can turn any liquid into a matte by using a powder. She also asked my favorite primer to give me a flawless application. My favorite primer is this Becca Cosmetics Backlight Priming Filter, and I literally use it for every look. And I have 2 almost empty bottles. That's how much I use it. So both of these. So now it's time for me to pick a winner, and the winner of my first giveaway and my first beauty Q&A is a.k.a. You are the winner, girl. You asked so many amazing questions and I love them all. Thank you so much for to everybody, obviously, for sending me all of these. I really, really appreciate it. You guys have no idea. If you didn't win, don't get discouraged, because I'm gonna be doing a lot more giveaways like this and plenty of more Q&As. There's always gonna be an opportunity to get some free stuff, because I love free stuff and I know you guys obviously do too. a.k.a. You are the winner. Thank you so much. I'll be contacting you soon about getting you all of your goodies, girl. I hope that you enjoyed this Q&A. Let me know what other Q&As you want me to do. I know people have asked for ones about pageants, about modeling, about life, about fitness. So leave a comment below and hit the like button. Make sure you do that first. Bye, and congratulations to a.k.a. I hope I said your name right. Bye, guys.